morning. Good morning, it's John Neal here. It's Thursday the 23rd of June 2022. I know it's 2022. I've been doing a calendar to do with next year, which is 2023, which is why I got the date wrong last time. Sorry about that, but I have changed it. Okay, playing with the drone today. Okay, right, let's get the intro out of the way. This is it. It's in here. It's a Mavic Mini 3. Previous one was a 2. This is it. I've got my name and my number stuck on this one now, which is what you've got to do. The Mavic Mini, I'll call it 1. It was never called 1. It's just called Mavic Mini. Then they did 2. So presumably the first one was a 1. So I've now got a 3. I've jumped over the 2. There's a lot you could do with the 1. It was great. Had it for possibly nearly 2 years come September. So I'm fairly pleased to have been very familiar with the way the drone works. And you'll have seen some of the drone work on some of my cycling videos. And people have asked, how did you do that? What was going on? So I'll be able to explain a little bit more about it. And I have done in the past. Basically with the 1, it was fairly simple, in that you could just send the drone up, and it was very sophisticated really. You could stick it in the sky, almost like it was on a big pole, point it at the road, cycle through it, and away you went. Great. You could, with a bit of jiggery pokery, actually cycle along and cause it to move, let's say, to the right and drift to the right as you went along the road. So I've got a few shots of that. So that's what I was doing there. The other thing that was possible was to have the drone up above me, ride underneath it into the distance, and then on the computer later, gradually do a bit of Ken Burns. You focus and zoom forwards, and it looks like the drone is moving, but in fact it's not. It's just a matter of zooming forwards into the shot, and it appears that I'm driving off and riding off into the distance. Now then, this drone will actually follow me. And today, that's all I'm going to be looking at. There are a number of features on it, which are terrific. But today, I'm just going to do this. So I've come out, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. And it's nice and warm for once. It's 19 degrees. A couple of folk, Paul and a new guy, Stu, in Australia, saying, well, it's midwinter there. And it's reached 20 degrees. I thought, well, that's nice. We're lucky to have 20 degrees in the summer. Anyway, today it is that. It's probably got up to 20 at the moment, and it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet. And as I've said before, there's always a lot of traffic before 9 o'clock. And you can probably hear 1 or 2 cars going by even now. So I've come out to this road because it's fairly quiet. I'm on the far side of home village, just a couple of miles from home. And I'm going to set the drone going and see if it will follow me. Now, there's 2 functions of this. One is to follow me from behind, or indeed from the front, which is very clever. And once it's locked onto me, it will just fly along with me, which is great. And the other one, it will fly parallel. In other words, it will look at me from the side, and I just cycle forwards, and it should go with me. So we'll see if that works, and I'm fairly sure it will. It's also, as a Mavic 3, it's got extra sensors on it, so it doesn't bump into things. So if it's going to fly into a tree, it stops. Either goes up and over it, or stops and goes round, whatever. So I don't want to try that out. But one thing it hasn't got sensors on is on the side. So I've got to make absolutely sure if it's going to go sideways, it's not going to fly into a tree, which it would do. But this is quite a nice lane. I'm going to go down the bottom here. There are some trees, but I'll go either well behind them onto the field or up above them. We'll see how it goes. So I've got to get set up just a bit further down the road. Before I set off, oh my goodness, there's an ambulance here now. Look at it. And another car. All this before 9 o'clock, you see. Yeah, if you've seen me in the videos sort of hobbling about a bit, it's because my left foot is suffering from plantar fasciitis. That's Latin. And it's inflammation of the arch of the foot where the tendons join the bone. And it's a bit of a nuisance. I've had it about 6 weeks now. And the GP has said, oh, it'll be 12 months before it gets better, probably. So I'm hobbling about, taking various tablets. I'm looking like an old man. Largely because I am an old man, but oh, yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance. But funny enough, I can ride my bike reasonably well. It doesn't hurt too much. So if you see me hobbling, that's the reason. Now, just to show how versatile this is, that's it in my pannier bag. No problem at all. You get a nice sort of soft bag for this. It's a bit of a cheap bag, but it's does the job. Ooh. Well, it is relatively quiet, so that's not too bad. I'll take my helmet off. I don't need that on for this little job. Let's put that away. It's a bit warm with that on. Right, the another advantage of this, I splashed out and got a battery pack with 3 batteries in it. This is the drone, but what I wanted to say was I bought the controller, which has got a screen on it, which means that I don't need to use the phone. So I'm using the phone now to talk to you, but I don't need the phone to make the controller work. So I've got to get all this set up, opened out and ready. And yeah, let's get on with the little project, shall we? Okay, so off we go. Very nice clear picture. Look at that. Really enjoying that. Zooming around to the left, you can see the road that I'm on. It's nice and straight. Not a lot of obstacles in the way. Come down a little bit and there I am. And then I press a few buttons and for some reason it does a zoom away backwards and upwards, which is very nice, but you can see the countryside. Yeah, thank you. But that's not what I wanted. Right, try it again. I think I've got locked on. Just put the controller on my bike so I can jump on and cycle off into the distance and the drone will follow me. There we go. It's looking up and keeping me in the picture. That's fantastic. The only trouble is it's not bothering to fly forwards. Oh well. I better go back home and do some more research. Well, you know, in all my videos, everything goes swimmingly well. Don't worry, the drone is fine. I've got it back, it's safe. That's not the problem. But I'm having a bit of problem trying to find the follow me mode on the controller. And then, partway through, I don't know what happened. The screen went blank. Fortunately, I could see where the drone was and I brought it back down and all safe and put it away. Oh, but my foot's killing me and it's hot. And and it's telling me that the SD card is too small. I've sent for another one. I'm talking about the capacity of it, of course. So I've sent for another one and that's coming today. So I'm going to take a break and go back home and wait for the card to turn up and see if I can sort out exactly how to use this properly. But that's the nature of these things. You sometimes have to be a bit patient. And I'm the epitome of patience. My wife, I can hear her giggling excessively at the thought that I'm patient. Still, let's head on home. Oh, get a cold drink. It's really, really warm. What are we on now? 21 degrees. And it's only 9:30 in the morning. It's not British. Oh no. Oh, good to get home. Well, it's 10 o'clock and it's 22 degrees. That's Britain for you. Came back through Hyme on the Hill Village and saw Ursula, the old lady that I spoke to the other day. And had a very nice chat with her again. She's a lovely lady. And she sent a link to the video that I did with her. in the church and in the village, and she sent that on to Australia to her grandchildren and her children. So the work with the drone is fantastic. It takes off so smoothly, it's quieter, it's easier to work, and it leaves the phone free for other stuff as well, because the screen comes with the controller this time. But I've just got to learn how to go onto the follow me section of it. So we'll see if anything came from that footage that I got. Just waiting for a bigger SD card to turn up. That'll do for now. I'll see you next time. You'll see me, of course. Like you've done today. Okay, bye-bye. Hang on a minute. I've something to show you. And this worked really well. It took a couple of shots at it, but yeah, the following on from the back and the side was brilliant. Look at this. So here we have the function called trace, which means it's going to follow behind me, but it's not behind me at the moment, it's just waiting to get in the right position, and once we're there, even if the drone was starting in front of me, it would end up at the back, and it's almost like it's stuck onto you like a limpet. And then as I wander around the field, either to the left or to the right, it just stays with me and I stay in frame. Absolutely super. Well, what I think is brilliant about this is the drone follows me until it can find itself by the side of me, which is just about now, and then stays there. As much as I wandered about all over this field trying to lose it. So here it is on my left hand side, and then when I swing round, I don't even go out of frame, and now it's following me on the right hand side. Absolutely brilliant. Love it.